to me about what it looks like deploying resources for Meadow Street, because it's kind of a known hotspot, if you will, for things to occur.
You know, our job is to reduce crime in making arrests, and we've done that. But I also see equally my job as sheriff is reduce the fear of crime. So that's what we're trying to do now.
In just 5 days, 2 separate shootings have taken place on Meadow Street in Georgetown County. Deputies say someone shot into a home Monday night with people inside. It happened after 11 o'clock at night. Witnesses say they saw a man wearing a hoodie running from the scene. Then last week, someone in what may have been a Toyota Corolla shot at houses before speeding away. And while no one was hurt in either of these incidents, just last week, a man was murdered on Meadow Street. An arrest have been made in that case. Tonight, ABC 15's Emma Parkhouse is working for you. She sat down with Georgetown County Sheriff Carter Weaver today to discuss the recent high volume of crime on Meadow Street. She joins us live in the studio with more on that tonight. Emma, those are alarming numbers.
It is, Jen, and Sheriff Carter Weaver says this week's multiple violent crimes are actually linked to the January 4th Ryan Woodruff case. Woodruff was arrested for murdering Tyquez Walker on Meadow Street. He says they've now made some arrests for potential suspects involving this week's shootings and confiscated weapons to go with that as well. But following the high volume of crimes that we've seen this past week all on Meadow Street, we wanted to look into what the street's crime history has been like over the past year. We found out it's pretty high after reaching out to the Georgetown County Sheriff's Office requesting copies of the police reports for all the violent crimes that have happened on Meadow Street from 2022 until now. We received 246 pages outlining 65 different violent crimes like shots fired, death threats, aggravated assault, vandalism, and larceny. Sheriff Carter Weaver says that these are a culmination of isolated incidents and not a bad community.
We have law-abiding citizens that live on Meadow Street. We have great people that live on Meadow Street. We have fantastic citizens that live in the Greentown community. They do not deserve this. These are people from the outside coming in and causing problems.
I asked the sheriff if the notable history of violent crimes in this area has created an environment where people like Ryan Woodruff feel like they can get away with committing various crimes in this area of Georgetown County. This was his response. People
do their business where they're comfortable, whether that's legal business or illegal business. So obviously Ryan has lived within certain communities and found certain areas of comfort. But again, all those hundreds of incidents that you speak of, we responded to. We've made arrests in the majority, or we've stopped that activity, or we've found we've been able to mitigate it in other ways.
The sheriff also tells me they're keeping a visible presence of officers in that area, as well as keeping open lines of communications with residents who are living on Meadow Streets and in nearby areas.